Vertical flues allow you to site the boiler in a lot more positions, for instance in a loft space. But a vertical flue at some point or another goes through the roof, and at this point you can get problems. Now, with purpose-made weathering slates, there's no need to compromise on this job. You can get a perfect watertight sill very easily, and the weathering slate will take account of any roof pitch just simply by turning around the collar. The flue pipe itself slips into the collar so that you get a watertight sill form there, and there's no need to do any more than that. And if you've got a flat roof, there's also a flat roof option where the pipe just drops in there. The same collar provides the watertight sill. So really speaking, everything is done for you. And if you use these components, you can be absolutely certain that no water is going to come in around the flue. In the majority of cases, a boiler flue will go directly out through the wall, and this is not a problem. These days you don't even have to cut it. With a telescopic flue, you simply set the length and put the self-tapping screw in to fix it there. But because it's a high efficiency boiler, you do get problems with the pluming. Now this is just a nuisance. There's no health hazard with it, but neighbours don't always like it. And there is a very simple device on this flue for overcoming a lot of the problems, and that's simply to undo the end. So what we've done here is simply just to redirect the plume upwards and out of the way, and in many cases that will solve the problem. If it doesn't solve the problem, just by simply loosening the screws here, you can turn the terminal round either left or right. There's a stop here which stops it from turning downwards because you don't want that condensate dripping down to the ground. And of course it's very important to make sure that the top is on the top. Now that's one way of solving the problem. And another one of these tricks is the pluming kit, which allows us to take that nuisance pluming well up out of the way, up to roof level or even along the wall. And it's very simple to fit. All we need to do is swap over this spigot. And once you've fitted that, that allows you to turn that round virtually horizontal or have it vertically. I say virtually horizontal because we must remember that we still want that condensate to run back into the boiler. So we treat this like a waste pipe. There's always a fall slightly back into the boiler, say 10 degrees. And once you've done that, you can add up to 6 lengths of extension pipe. Now this is simply a polypropylene pipe with a socket and a spigot, so you connect it up just as you would a waste pipe, always remembering that fall, and each length has a fixing with it to clamp the bracket but still allow for that expansion as you would a waste pipe, just 10mm on each length to stop it creeping. And the terminal itself just simply points out. That can be vertical or horizontal, but never down. So that is our pluming kit for extending the discharge pipe externally. I emphasize externally because the air intake for the flue is outside the building, and all we're doing is extending that discharge pipe. If you want to extend the flue pipe as a concentric flue pipe inside the building, then simply remove this section from the turret. This is the telescopic section which has a swaged fitting at the end, and then you just use plain ended pipe to extend the flue along its length and then refit this telescopic end into the flue pipe there. It's a simple job, and so long as you keep all these labels at the top, you won't go far wrong.